words are made of.
Speaking Football.
Hello and welcome to episode number 92 of Speaking Football. Thank you to everyone out there joining us from wherever you are in the world. We're here in the studio. Ruben, thankfully, is back with us.
Yeah, I'm back.
After a long, 2-week spell, you were away with the dreaded virus. How are you feeling? Are you okay?
I'm feeling great.
Excellent. Okay, well, we're not really maintaining the distance that we perhaps should, but I think you're okay now after having definitely had the virus. So I'm glad to have you back in the studio. If you're joining us in the studio on Twitch, feel free to write to us in the comments section. Ask us anything you want related to football. We'll try and answer you as best we can. If you're listening to us on the radio, welcome. And remember that if you enjoyed listening to Richard Vaughan live over the last little while, you can hear more from Richard after the show on La Hora Extra. So, as always, stick around. Now, on today's show, we're going to be talking largely about transfers because the transfer window finished on Monday, was it?
Yes.
Monday night.
Monday.
That was the end of the January transfer window. And amidst all the high-profile transfers that we've been seeing in Europe's top clubs here, lots of money being spent, going back to pre-pandemic levels of spending, we're actually going to go to the rather surprising location of Burnley for our footballing cliche of the day today. So that'll be an interesting one. Later on, Ruben and I will, of course, be challenging each other to see if we can guess some very complicated idiomatic expressions in English and in Spanish in our play on words section. So please stick around and see how well you do. Let us know if you manage to guess any of these in the comments section. First, though, let's begin the programme, as always, by revealing the identity of last week's mystery player.
Mystery player.
Okay, Ruben, you are back in the studio. You can kick us off with clue number one.
Clue number one. We said last week that he only played in Spain.
Yeah, this is something that's not as common nowadays. You see cada vez menos, less and less players that only play in one country. It's very common to travel.
Había unos pioneros,
¿no? The pioneers.
The pioneers who started to play in other countries, especially in Spain. Spain was a bit late.
Yeah, it was the 1990s probably with
Martinez,
Roberto Martinez and Ferrer, I think, went away.
Xavi Ferrer in Chelsea, Rafa Martín Vázquez in Torino.
In Torino, yeah. But I remember Roberto Martinez at Wigan. I think it was his first club he went to. And I think there was another Spanish guy went with him, and I can't remember for the life of me who it was. But I remember Roberto Martinez going there. And guys coming to Spain... I think that happened a little bit earlier. You know, I think guys did start to come to Spain earlier, like maybe in the 1980s. Gary Lineker, people like that. But this player only played in Spain, so he was, of course, Spanish. His nickname was the Gale. Now, we don't mean somebody that speaks Gaelic. No. The Gale, Gale, which means a kind of wind, isn't it? It's a sort of
se llama galerna.
The Gale. Yes, so galerna. It's a very specific type of wind, which I believe is from the north of Spain in Cantabria. It's the sort of thing you have in the northern part of Spain. The Gale. Clue number 3, Ruben.
He has more European caps than any other player in history.
Very good. He has more European Cups than any other player in the history of football. Really incredible record.
Yeah.
And
good clue, eh?
Yeah, it's a very good clue. Yeah, very, very good clue. It can only really be one guy. Clue number 4. He played in 2 World Cups. Didn't have a particularly successful time at World Cups compared to his European career. Of course, winning 6 European Cups. Didn't win any World Cups. Didn't even really come close. Chile in 1962 and England 1966.
Being Spanish, that years, you're not going to win a lot of cups.
Yeah, well, they had that rare thing of they won the European Championship in 1964, but not in the World Cup.
No,
Complete,
in the World Cup.
Very disastrous. Brazil won in 1962. And I can't remember who won in 1966. I forget.
Don't remember.
No,
I have an idea. The country close yours.
Oh no.
In an island.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, how could I forget? They tell us to talk about it all the time. All the time they talk about it on the television. England, of course, won in 1966. Very good. And clue number 5.
He was born in the Cantabrian municipality of El Astillero.
Yeah, so we would say municipality. Very
municipality.
Difficult. Municipality of El Astillero. The shipyard. It would translate as like a place where you build ships is un astillero.
Es un astillero.
But El Astillero is a municipality in Cantabria in the north of Spain. Who was our mystery player?
Yeah, our mystery player was Gento.
Paco
Gento.
Gento. Very good. Have we got a little photo of Paco Gento up there? Do we have a photo for...
Oh, yeah, of
over on the
course.
Twitch?
I
Yeah.
forgot to have photo.
Ruben's a bit oxidado. He's a bit rusty.
Yeah.
Because he's been out of the
Rusty.
studio for a while. Yeah,
Ahí
that's
está,
it.
Paco Gento.
That's it.
Espectacular por banda izquierda.
Amazing left foot shot, which he was very, very famous for. I think it was Puskas said that, or was it Di Stefano? One of the two said that he had a left foot like a cañón. He said a left foot like a cannon. He was very fast as well. Some lovely messages coming in about Paco Gento from people. Jose Ramon wrote to us. He said, Francisco Gento, la galerna del Cantábrico.
La galerna del Cantábrico,
That's
exactly.
the best and fastest left wing in history, next to Brazilian Garrincha, who was the fastest right wing ever. Paco Gento era un espectáculo viéndole avanzar hacia la portería con el balón. It was spectacular seeing this guy running towards goal with the ball. Sembraba el pánico. He sowed panic, or he spread panic, we would say. Y junto con Canario, Del Sol, Di Stefano y Puskas fueron los más grandes de la historia del Real Madrid. Yeah, that team, Canario, Del Sol, Di Stefano, Puskas, and Paco Gento, the best Real Madrid team ever. I think this recent one that won the 3 Champions Leagues, amazing achievement.
Obviously, I think
that was really
this year
special
you are pioneer.
Yeah,
I want
pioneers.
to learn that word.
Pioneers.
Pioneers. You're going to be a pioneers because you are doing that for the first time.
Yeah.
And a lot of players is going to learn about that.
About that achievement, and very, very difficult to superar, to beat that achievement. You know, it's very difficult to or replicate that achievement. Might never happen again, but really, really incredible. Jose Ramon obviously has some very good memories. Javi Torres, he's on La Media Inglesa. I saw a tweet from him a few weeks ago when Paco sadly passed away. Paco Gento, además de una auténtica leyenda del fútbol y del Real Madrid, era una persona entrañable. So he was a sort of kind of good character. He was a funny character. Cualquier vecino de Padre Damián para arriba le recordará en su querida cafetería con Luis hablando de fútbol con el que gustase. So he used to sit down in this cafe bar talking.
Una persona cercana, ¿no?
Yeah, exactly. He's very close, very close to normal people, and he used to sit down in a cafe and talk about football with normal people. Amazing guy. Did we have many winners this week?
Yeah,
I mean, I think we would have had a lot of winners this week because it's such a big player.
Y por ejemplo, Chris Balrock, ella nunca falla. Hace mucho que no contestaba Chris. Hi guys, mystery player is Gento, Paco Gento. Have a nice day. Román Bayón también acertó. Fútbol internacional. JR Barbancho, que nos dice, he has more European caps than almost every football team. The great Paco Gento. Javi Tamames, Pink Punch, el enorme Paco Gento, me vas a matar, es Pink Punch, Javier Montero, Ángel Flores Fernández, CBP, José Ralmentero, es un clásico, y David Costa Rosa.
Wow, that's a serious list, but very, very famous player.
Yeah,
very, very famous player, and probably your mums and your dads have got great, and your grandparents probably have great memories of Paco Gento, as mine does. I think I've mentioned this in the programme once or twice, but my grandfather saw Paco Gento and that great Real Madrid team play at Hampden Park in Glasgow in 1960, that famous final. My grandfather's still alive and he's still a big Real Madrid fan. He really likes Real Madrid because he went to see that great team win against Eintracht Frankfurt. So very good mystery player, very good responses, and just a wonderful, wonderful football player. Now it is on to our first section of today's programme, which is, of course, our football cliché of the day.
Please stand in the front foot.
You're not at the races. Cliché of the day.
Some excellent cliches just in that intro alone is a fantastic example of some great cliches. We're going to go to a surprisingly, I would say, humble location for this one. Humilde. It's a fairly humble location for this cliche of the day. We're going to go back to England, of course, but we're not going to go to one of the big six. We're going to go to a team who are fighting para evitar el descenso. Now, I was talking to a student about this. How do we say evitar el descenso?
Avoid the drop.
Avoid the drop. I like that. I like that, to avoid the drop. You know, say to avoid relegation.
Avoid relegation, yeah.
Avoid relegation. But yeah, to avoid the drop is a pretty good way to say it. Burnley is where we're going. Very humble English town, quite a small place.
Yeah, humble, but with money.
Well, with money.
Nosotros diríamos, hay dinero, there is money.
Yeah, this is
There
it.
any money.
Okay, I'll have to rephrase that. Historically humble team. I don't think any real teams in the Premier League are what we could describe as being humble anymore because they all have money. The cliche of the day is inspired by a signing of this Dutch player, Wout Weghorst. I believe that's the pronunciation. It's not actually in the title of the newspaper, but the cliche is, he has a good touch for a big man. Now, I've heard this cliche at least 5 times this week about Wout Weghorst. A good touch for a big man. Any idea, first of all, can we translate that? A touch is toque.
Sí, un buen toque, o sea, es bastante bueno para lo grande que es.
Yeah, that's it,
¿No?
basically.
Es eso.
That's exactly what I would say.
Es casi 7 pies. 7 feet.
7 feet.
En baloncesto,
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, yes.
tener 7 pies son 2,13.
That's it.
Con lo tanto, si alguien te dice es un 7 pies, se dice mucho, es para ya un jugador, un pivot, que puede jugar ahí debajo de la canasta.
Oh,
7
pies. Interesting.
feet.
Yeah, because
7 feet.
yeah, obviously
About 7 feet.
is feet. Okay, and now in England, a lot of people still use the metric. They don't use the metric system. Sorry, they use the imperial system, the same as in the United States, where obviously basketball is a big sport. We actually have an article that we're going to look at in just a second. But sticking with this phrase, to have a good touch for a big man, the commentators in Spain say this. For example, he has a good touch for a big man. Like,
Sí, pues se podría decir.
It's sorprendente.
Sorprendente
it's surprising.
que al ser tan alto tenga equilibrio, que tenga cierto
That's it.
control.
That's it.
Siempre se comenta de los que son muy altos.
That's it. Well, there's a lot of pundits in English in England just now who are earning money by saying, Wout Weghorst, he has a good touch for a big man. You're not saying anything there. Of course he has a good touch. He's a professional football player. I actually don't like this
And not
expression
now.
at all.
For talking about basketball too,
Uh-huh.
in the 90s, it was easy to say, he's a good throw,
Good thrower.
good thrower, if you are very tall.
If you're very tall, yeah, exactly.
Porque era normal encontrar pivots muy altos
Mm-hmm.
que no tiraban demasiado bien a canasta, pero estaban jugando porque debajo de la canasta pues no les parabas.
That's it. Yeah, but I think in basketball there's a bit more equality, I think, in terms of size. Obviously, you do get some
Well-
guys who are like complete monsters, like Shaquille O'Neal, for example. I remember watching him like breaking the net and things. Like, do you remember he used to break the whole structure sometimes? The glass would break and things like that. He was crazy.
Yeah.
But like,
But
and-
it's the same. If you're very tall, everybody's going to think you are not going to be a coordinate guy.
yeah, coordinated. Yeah, they think you're going to be clumsy, torpe. They think you're going to be clumsy.
Everybody's going to think you're clumsy, you're tall.
That's it. Yeah, well,
That's not true.
it's a very lazy thing to say about somebody that he's a good touch for a big man. It did make me think though, who are some of the tallest players
Wow.
in Premier League history? Now, I don't recommend reading the newspaper, the Daily Star, because it's terrible, right? Don't read the newspaper. But they do have a good article about the 5 tallest players ever to play in the Premier League. So I've got a little converter here. Wout Weghorst is 6'6", so that is, how much would you say 6'6" is?
Around 2 meters.
Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see,
Yeah.
6'6". Yeah, 2 meters, exactly, about 2 meters, yeah. There have been taller players in the Premier League. There was a player, played for Everton, Lassina Traoré.
Traoré.
6'8" he was.
Everton player.
Yeah, 6'8". That's 2 meters 7, I think. 2 meters 7 centimeters. Jesus,
Oh,
that's tall.
it's difficult. It's difficult if you are going to play football to be so tall because, well, yeah, you have to be very coordinated. It's not easy. It's
you
not
have to be
easy.
coordinated. I think if you're that tall, like, you know, sometimes you're 6'8", like, people don't expect much of you, but, you know, some tall players have managed to get to a really high level. Peter Crouch, for example. Peter Crouch is probably...
What does crouch mean? It's like agacharse, no?
Agacharse, to crouch. Yeah, that's why it's quite funny that he was called that.
Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch. And he's like the tallest guy in the game. He's actually standing up quite tall.
Sorry, Peter.
Sorry, Peter. Yeah, but Peter Crouch played for Liverpool. He played for Tottenham.
No, he's very popular, Peter Crouch.
Yeah, very popular. You know, played in a Champions League final in that. You know, really successful player. And he did have a good touch for a big man. Who else? Nicolas Zigic. You were
ex Racing de Santander.
Yeah, and
Player,
Valencia.
Valencia too.
As well. Yeah, he played for Birmingham in England. He wasn't that great at, what was it, Valencia. He wasn't particularly good. He didn't have a...
No,
really
especially he was played well in Santander with Munitis.
Yeah.
It was the magic couple.
Okay, the magic pair, I would say.
You can say, I say couple. I
More
say
romantic.
More romantic.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, the magic pair, we would say. Yeah, Nikola Zigic, he played for Birmingham. He won the League Cup. I remember they beat Arsenal in the League Cup.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember that as well. Alec McLeish was the manager, Scottish manager. Yeah, we've got a few other ones here. Meyerhofer, 6'7". You know, big guys. I thought just on this phrase, a good touch for a big man. I think another good example is Zidane. Okay, now Zidane wasn't that tall.
Yeah.
He wasn't as tall as Zigic, for example. But I think he's about 6'1", something like that. Maybe 1 meter. He's much taller than me. I think he's about 1.85 m or something like that. And have you ever seen a player with a better touch than Zidane? Have you ever seen a player that can control the ball better than Zidane?
Yeah, but for example, there are a lot of players with the gravity point very, very close to the ground.
Yeah,
and
Maradona.
I think easier you want to dribble.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it easier to dribble.
Maradona, Messi, or Agüero, this kind of player.
Yeah.
Is very good dribbler players.
Yeah, they're very good dribblers. Yeah, you can say.
For example, you can find in the central, in the defense, you can find tall people.
Yeah.
Like Piqué, like 1 meter 90 centimeters.
Jerry Mina plays for
Jerry Mina, for
Mina.
example, good dancer too.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, these things, you know, but it's just you can tell that I don't like this expression very much. A good touch for a big man. So I'm happy. I think I've ventilated enough. I think I've managed to get that off my chest for today. Anyway, well, that was really good. Now, once again, it's the time of the week where Ruben and I are going to test each other on our language skills. We're going to test each other's skill as language learners with a little game that we like to call Play on Words.
Play on Words.
Okay, Ruben, quickly remind us of the concept of this game, just in case, because it's quite a new section. Some people might not be familiar with it. Remind us what happens.
The concept of the game is we are going to introduce some words, expression, or whatever in different languages.
Yep.
English, Spanish, English from Scotland, United
Kingdom,
England,
Wales,
Wales, and Spanish from Spain, Peru, Argentina, whatever, wherever.
Chile always gets me. Chile, difficult.
And we have to try to find out what's the meaning.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. We have to find out what the meaning is. We have to find out when you use it, kind of thing. Sometimes we go down completely false avenues. We get it completely wrong. Sometimes we're correct. Ruben's better at this than me, I think. I think in Spanish there's a lot of variety, a lot of different countries. Where I usually I try to keep it in the United Kingdom. So I think there's a bit less variety. I'm standing up for myself because I'm not as confident as Ruben
obviously,
is.
you can play and try to find out. What is it?
That's it. Yeah, play along. If you think that you know what the answer is, write into us on Twitch if you're joining us. Okay, Ruben, who's going to go first?
Okay, we are going. The first one is an Spanish expression, and it's estar de dulce.
Estar de dulce.
No es estar dulce, ni están con dulce, ni estar de
dulce.
Dulce. The preposition is very important in this expression. Estar de dulce.
And this is a Spanish expression?
Spanish expression.
Okay.
And it's very common. And even you can use it in another context, but it's very common in football.
Okay.
Or in another sports.
Very good.
Now, and Nacho knows, because he's saying, yes, I know it.
Of course, Nacho knows.
Nacho knows.
Yes, this isn't fair. This isn't
Tommy
fair.
thinking about it.
I should know what this is because it's, I've been living here for 5 years. I don't really have an excuse for not knowing this, but I'm struggling. Me está costando. Estar de dulce. Let's break it down, okay? You said it's not estar de dulce, so it's not sweet.
No.
Okay, it's not sweet. Nothing to do with flavour, nothing to do with texture.
Yeah, if you want, I can help you and give you a sentence.
Do that, please.
Okay.
I'm struggling.
Por ejemplo, Trejo, the Rayo Vallecano's player,
yes,
está de dulce.
Está de dulce. Ah, is it a positive thing?
Yeah, something good.
Okay.
Y de hecho, a Iniesta le llamaban dulce Iniesta un poco, bueno, no tiene que no exactamente igual, pero bueno, sí, podría significar algo parecido.
All right, okay, so they said dulce. So it's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing. Hombre, siempre el dulce siempre es bueno.
Yeah.
Si te dijera estar de amargo.
Estar de amargo, yeah.
No.
Is it something to do with the character of the player? Or is it...
No.
No. Is it something so then it's to do with the skill of the player, the ability of the player?
Yes.
Is it a bit like what we'd say in English, like a luxury player, like de lujo? Sort of like a lujo, like a luxury player, like a high-quality player?
No.
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 Jesus.
Oh, my God.
See, he's giving me a big clue there. Guys, somebody help me in the comment box, please. Kublai usually used to help me in the comment box.
You are alone.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to help you today.
Nobody's going to help me. Kublai, please help. Honestly, no idea.
You had to say something.
And you said Iniesta. Right, so I would have said like some kind of high quality thing. Is it a bit like he's a very good passer of the ball? Try that.
No.
I don't remember that sound.
No. Estar de dulce is when someone is doing well.
Right.
I am doing everything great. I am scoring a lot. I am playing very well. Es estar de dulce.
So is it like estar en una buena racha?
Una buena racha.
But
you
for
are
a
in a
person.
great run. You are you're on fire.
On fire.
Exactly. That's estar de dulce. Es como en un momento en el que te sale todo.
Yeah.
Es que está de dulce. Le sale todo.
That's it. Fantastic comment in the thing. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Vespizzavi87 dice Rangers weren't de dulce yesterday.
Rangers weren't de dulce yesterday. No, they definitely weren't de dulce yesterday. Yeah, I'll never forget that one. For those of you who didn't know, on Wednesday night, Rangers lost 3-0 against Celtic in the Glasgow derby, the Old Firm derby, and they were absolutely hammered by Celtic, particularly in the first half. So yes, they were not de dulce. They were not playing well. They weren't doing things well yesterday. Okay, terrible start to the game. Right, are we starting with Britain or are we going to start with Scotland specifically?
Whatever you prefer. What do you prefer, British or Scotland?
I think we should save the best for last, so we'll start with British. Okay. Our one today is to be. Wait.
I'm going to help you.
You hold it up because you've got longer arm.
To be on a trick pony.
Yeah. So so to be a one-trick pony.
A one-trick pony. Okay.
Okay.
We are going to take it apart.
Yeah, take it apart. We're going to break it down, yeah? Take it apart.
Break it down. Take it apart es para desmontar algo, ¿no? I want to do it word by word. So, es estar en un truco de pony.
No. No. Es ser un pony, like a
ser
potro,
un
¿no?
Pony.
Yeah.
Y tienes un truco. I remember the story about hat trick.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
A ver.
Ser un pony de un truco.
Ser un pony de un truco. Yo diría que esto puede estar algo así relacionado como el típico mago que solo sabe hacer un truco. Entonces, cuando va a hacer el truco siempre hace el mismo. Ya no le pidas un segundo. O sea, el jugador is a player. Does he know how to do something very well? But don't ask him for doing something new because he's not going to be able.
Okay, so that would be a negative.
It's a negative way.
It's mostly negative, but you could also use it as a positive sometimes. For example,
could be positive too.
And you're on the right track. You basically got it. Arjen Robben, for example, for Bayern Munich, he was a bit of a one-trick.
Oh yeah,
pony.
It's very good doing the same play.
Yeah.
Always the same play. He's doing great, but it's a one-trick pony.
You're gonna have to give him a point there, Nacho. I'm afraid he's got the point. Yeah, he's giving it.
Yeah.
I hate that sound. Yes, absolutely. To be a one-trick pony is like to be a player who's very good at one particular thing, but maybe doesn't do other things very well. Depends on the context. You can use it as a negative thing. You can say, he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
He only knows how to head the ball and he can't control it. Or you could say, Robin was a one-trick pony. You always knew what he was going to do, but he did it very well. So it depends on the.
It depends on the result.
Yeah,
like everything in your life.
That's it. Some people have even said, that Mourinho. Now I don't agree with this, but I've heard people say that Mourinho is a one-trick pony because he sets his teams up in a very defensive way, and it's like park the bus. That's a trick. So you could say parking the bus. Some people have said Mourinho's a one-trick pony. I don't agree with that. I think
me neither.
A very good manager.
Me neither, because it's not easy to be in so huge teams.
Yeah.
And get a good result only with one trick pony. I'm going to use this.
Being a one-trick pony, exactly. Yeah, you can't have the success that Mourinho's had. Being a one-trick pony. Couple of comments here. Hi, my friends, from Pedro Garcia. Hello, Pedro. Another comment. By the way, sorry for the nickname. I'm Alejandro. Much better. Much better, Alejandro. Left you a tweet, I think, yesterday about the use of former Don't worry if you can't check it out. Okay, I promise after the program I'll check out your tweet. A lot of people tweet me asking questions about English. That's what I like. I really like doing it because it makes me think about my own language as well.
I usually in Twitter from time to time I send questions to Tommy about how can we say.
I get a lot of WhatsApps from Ruben saying, Tommy, how do you say this? Somebody's asking me. And it's funny because they always ask him on his account because you have the book. So it's quite a funny thing. Yeah, really, really good. Damn it. So that's 1-1. Right, we're going to come back after the break and I'm going to try and remontar. I'm going to try and come back and I'm going to hope that Ruben fails. Yeah, fracasa. I'm going to hope that he fails. We'll see how we get on. Join with us again in 5 minutes and go grab a coffee or something like that. That's what I'm going to do. Hello, we are back. I actually decided not to get a coffee in the end because I just remembered the coffee in this building isn't very good, is it? It's the machines that we have. It's
I don't usually have coffee.
You're not a coffee
before
fan?
Lunch.
Ah, okay, so you have one after lunch.
Yeah, after lunch maybe with a bit of ice. Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's like it takes away your appetite.
I don't need it. I don't need coffee.
You get natural source of energy.
Yeah, my body creates caffeine by itself. I don't know.
Some people are just naturally energetic. I'm actually naturally energetic. It's just I really like coffee. It's just a really
and maybe it's addictive, no?
Totally. Well, the caffeine is addictive. Yeah, that's
the reason why if you don't do it, maybe you don't need it.
I think you need to drink a lot of caffeine though to become addicted to it. My brother, for example, is quite bad. He drinks a lot of like energy drinks and Coca-Cola, things like that. And if he doesn't drink it, he has headaches. His head starts to hurt. Like
I heard about that.
Yeah. So
that is
if you give up,
you are going to have a problem. Or you are going to have baggage. No?
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, headache. Headache. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Very good. Okay, well, I've got some lukewarm water here anyway. So where are we? Oh yeah, it's your turn. Isn't it?
My turn. Right. Okay. Are you going to come back?
No, but yeah, let's try.
Maybe.
If I failed for Spain, I'm definitely going to fail for whatever country you've chosen here.
Yes, I choose another country. We are going to go to Argentina.
Now, I feel of all the other countries, I think most comfortable with Argentina is when you start introducing like Peru and Chile. That's when I start to just go like, oh,
well, we are going to learn about a lot of countries.
That's it.
And today is going to be Argentina.
That's it.
And this word is la boba.
La boba.
Do you know what's una persona boba?
Like a stupid person?
Yeah, but it's la boba.
Now, la boba.
La boba. ¿Qué es la boba?
La boba sounds like Nacho looks. He's absolutely clueless. I'm looking at his face.
Idea.
He's got absolutely no idea.
He's not from Argentina.
Okay. Neither am I.
But I am going to help you.
Okay.
I'm going to help you.
La boba.
La boba. I'm going to say two things. Okay. La boba is a kind of dribble. And the person who ¿cómo se dice bautizar?
Christened or gave it. You mean the name?
Sí, cuando tú por ejemplo bautizas un término.
Okay, the person who invented the name.
Okay, the boba was invented for the current Celta de Vigo's gafa.
Okay. So the current Celta de Vigo manager invented.
Eduardo Coudet was the guy who said la boba.
La boba. He invented the phrase la boba.
Inventó cómo denominarlo. Lo hacía un jugador que te diré después. Eso ya es demasiada pista. Pero él lo bautizó.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a good dribbler or a good.
Ya hizo la boba.
Someone with a good technique. What was it? Maybe was it Riquelme or somebody?
No, Riquelme is not the player. It's a player who played for River and is playing in Spain too.
He played in Spain too.
Yeah.
Ortega?
No, Ortega. I'm going to help you a bit more.
Okay.
The name of this player starts with. The name is Andrés. Argentinian player.
Andrés. I can't think just now. A big
head.
A big head or a big hair?
Head.
A big head.
Yeah.
Right, so like cocky.
The name. I'm going to tell you the guy. The guy is Andrés de Alexandro.
Right, okay.
y era llamado The Big Head,
The big
el
head.
cabezón.
Cabezón.
El cabezón Andrés Alexandro hacía un regate llamado La Boba.
La boba.
¿En qué consistía?
I can't remember what he was like as a player. And it was like an iconic thing for him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Man, I wasn't watching this guy. This isn't my time. This is so frustrating. So la boba, hacer la boba. I'm trying to
Cientos
get
de personas en Argentina se tiran de los pelos. Néstor.
I know they're going to be angry at me. I think they were angry. I think they're still angry at me for doing an Argentinian accent a few weeks ago. So I can't imagine how angry they would be at this. Hacer la boba. It's a type of dribble. Is it like a like a step over? Is it like the bicicleta?
No, it's not a tipo. Es una cosa nueva que hacía él.
So
y-
he literally invented this thing and then
Yeah.
go there.
It's very
Yeah.
common because something that he does very very often.
Very often.
Yeah,
Okay.
very often, and something strange that it works. You can look for at YouTube, and there is a lot of videos about la boba only.
About
This
la
guy
boba.
doing la boba.
La boba, okay.
I'm going to describe what is it.
Okay.
O sea, la boba es una cinta, ¿vale?
Ajá.
Cinta feint.
Ajá,
Feint,
Okay.
popularizada por Andrés de Alexandro, que consiste en pisar el balón mostrándotelo y ocultándolo alternativamente al marcador para súbitamente reanudar la carrera con la pelota dominada por el lado que el defensor no lo espera.
Okay.
Es
Okay.
y sí, bueno.
So it's literally a trick. There might not be a translation for it then. The boba.
La boba.
Because you're making somebody look stupid, basically. You're making the
Sí, que es
defender
como un poco tonto, pero le funcionaba, ¿eh?
Yeah, okay. Well,
Está hecho la boba, diría Coudet un día, y desde entonces se quedó con la boba.
oh, God, right. Okay, well, we've got Alejandro writing to us here. I don't know either, Tommy. We aren't used to such skills. I don't know what country you're from, Alejandro. Are you Argentinian? If you're Argentinian, what chance do I have with this?
People from Argentina,
Yeah.
help us.
That's the thing, though. That's real football culture, right? I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I just didn't know that, and I also don't know how it would translate. I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube and see if if anything comes to my mind, and then I'll publish it on Twitter if I come up with a good translation. Naturally, you're gonna have to give me an there. There we go. Right, I've already lost. Okay, by default, I've lost again this week. 2 failures. I'm gonna see if Ruben can win with if he can humiliate me a little bit in the same way that Celtic beat Rangers 3-0 yesterday. We'll see if Ruben can beat us 2-0. Our next football expression comes from my country, and it is to hoof it.
To hoof it.
Now, hoof is...
Suena muy onomatopéyico, ¿no?
Hoof.
Hoof.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no es hook, que es el
hoof.
gancho, ya sabéis, por el capitán Hook.
Yeah,
Capitán
Garcio, ¿no?
El Garcio.
Yeah, that's
Hook.
it.
No es hook.
It's
Es
not-
hoof.
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 H-O-O-F.
Hoof is something like walk. You can walk?
Nope.
No?
No.
You can... I thought it was something like...
Ah.
It's a way to... It's like to kick. Kick the
Okay,
ball.
so, I mean...
So it's something... It's not good.
It's an-
Obviously,
It's an action. It's an
not
action.
good, no?
I'll tell you what a hoof is.
Tell me a sentence.
Okay,
yes.
well,
Tell me a sentence.
first of all, I'm going to tell you
Hoof.
what a hoof is literally. A hoof is like a pata. So the pata negra, the pigs in Spain that we call pata negra,
Yeah.
we call them the black hoof pigs because they have they're black.
So,
basically. You get white pigs,
okay.
which is the Serrano ham, and the Iberico-Iberian ham is the pata negra. We say
Okay.
the black hoof pig, so literally it means pata.
Okay, so if a player has a hoof, he's not very technical. No?
He's on the right track there. He's on the right track.
So
it's not a technical action.
If you are a hog,
If you're a hog, like a pig.
a pig,
Yeah, okay.
yes, you're a pig, a
Yeah.
hog, and you hoof it, it's like to kick whatever.
You're kind of on the right track, but I think I need a little bit more. It just means
Es un patadón. Dar un patadón.
It's like to hoof. We just say to hoof the ball, to hoof it up. It's like to kick it really far with no real objective.
Es un patadón.
Un patadón.
Es un patadón.
That's unbelievable. Okay, gotta give him a point. That's unbelievable.
No idea, because I thought it was something like walk on the beach or something like that.
Yeah, I steered him towards the correct direction. I drove him towards the correct direction, but he absolutely got it. Yeah, to hoof it. So I heard this a lot growing up. I don't know if they use it in England. They quite possibly do, but in Scotland we say all the time, don't hoof it. Don't hoof the ball.
Don't hoof the ball.
Yeah.
Eso es un patadón arriba.
Yeah, I don't know how you would say that.
O
Yeah.
sea, si Guardiola entrenara en Escocia, aprendería esta palabra y se lo diría a sus jugadores.
Yeah, stop hoofing the ball.
Stop hoofing the ball. Stop hoofing the ball. No hoofs.
Hoofing está prohibido. Hoofing is banned. Hoofing is illegal.
It's illegal.
We don't see it too much now. I mean, anyone who watched the Celtic versus Rangers game yesterday, the football was all on the ground. It was like really exciting. It was really, really good. So it's actually disappearing from our game. We have a kind of bad reputation of being a nation of hoofers, you know, of people who just hoof the ball, but not anymore.
So
I
if
think
you're a
it's changing.
hoofer, you're a guy that...
I don't know if I just made that up there. Yeah, like to be a nation of people who hoof the ball. Yeah, that we. Yeah, you could also say. Like you could also say hatchet men kind of thing. You know, hatchet is hombre de hacha, literally. Hatchet man is somebody with just no skill, usually a bit dirty. You know?
Sí, un leñero.
Un leñero.
Un leñero.
Un leñero, un guarro, sort of thing. Yeah, we had that reputation of being a country that just hoofs the ball all the time. But not anymore. I think it's changing. We've got a lot of good players now. So I have been roundly, convincingly defeated, vanquished again in this game. But it's great because I'm learning, you know? And that's
we're learning.
That's what happens. You learn from your mistakes. You don't learn from your victories.
It's very important, the mistake, because you learn more from mistakes than for the right.
From the successes, no?
Success,
yeah. You learn more from failure than from success. That's it. Okay, now it's time just for the last 15 minutes or so. We're going to have a look at what's been happening in the world of football recently, and that means it's time for this week's press review.
Press review.
Good timing as well. Excellent. We've got a good range of articles here. We have 4 specifically. We've got one from The Guardian. We've got one from Marca. In fact, we've got 2 from The Guardian. We have another one from, I think it's Eurosport is the 4th one. We're going to leave the philosophical one on the left for last because I think that's a good one to finish with. Let's start with Dembele. So Dembele, against all odds, against all predictions, has actually stayed at Barcelona. Dembele rejects release after offer from Barcelona. How would you say that in Spanish?
Pues sería algo así como Dembélé rechaza la oferta de irse del Barcelona.
That's it,
o sea, porque reject es rechazar y release es como dejar ir, ¿no?
Yeah, dejar ir, basically. Yeah, to release a player. It happens, you know, he was released by his club. It means they just said, okay, we don't need you anymore. Yeah. There's no contract obligation, so go away, kind of thing. Dembele rejected. A good phrasal verb is to turn down as well. Rechazar. Turn down. Turn like girar and down like abajo. That means rechazar. So he turned down this release offer from Barcelona. A lot of people were expecting him to go this January, and he's still there. Unbelievable. What do you think of that? The fact that Dembele is still there?
Well, obviously, Dembele is trying to sign a good contract.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
That's exactly what he's doing. Exactly, yeah. And he wants to improve his condition. Right? He wants to improve the situation for himself, and he doesn't want to go away. Lots of people think that perhaps in the summer he will be going to PSG. Obviously, he's French. Mbappe looks like he's probably going to be staying in Paris as well for the moment. And I know that they're very good friends, so it's possible that he'll go away to PSG for free as well. So Barcelona won't be getting any money out of this situation.
The Dembele thing is going to go on decision. It's going to go on decision because the January market is closed, and now we have to think about what's going to happen. Is Dembele going to play or no? Or is not going to play? And next year, Dembele, I think they have a new team.
Yeah, he'll have a new team. I think he'll have a new team as well. So
maybe PSG.
I think
because
PSG.
Mbappe is going to go to Real Madrid.
Yep.
But nobody knows.
Yeah, I think PSG. I think that's the most kind of common thing that people are saying is that you're going to go to PSG. It makes sense for multiple reasons, and it just been quite a disappointing signing for Barcelona. When you think of the money that was spent, the promise, you know how good he was at Borussia Dortmund, for it to end the way it's ended, it's not not great, really, for Barcelona. However, next one, Aubameyang. Now, I think the Guardian are very lazy because we had an article about Aubameyang maybe 3 weeks ago, and they've used the same photo. They haven't even bothered changing the photo for the for the thing. So very lazy people at the Guardian. Aubameyang is going to actively going to Barcelona. He's left Arsenal. What's the title?
Yeah, the title is Aubameyang to seal Barcelona, move from Arsenal on free transfer.
Very good. So to seal a deal is...
Yeah, sellar. You know why I know it?
Why?
Because I remember I was in Barcelona one time with Alberto Alonso, having any beers at night.
I know what you're going to say
And
here.
he told me, oh, I have to go to the bathroom because I broke the seal. Sorry? I broke the seal. What's that, Alberto? And he explained to me that to break is, I know what to break is, and seal is sello, no?
Yeah, sello.
And it's a way to say that when you start to go to the bathroom, you can stop.
Yeah, always when you're drinking beer, that's the
When
context.
you drink a beer, when you go first time, you broke the seal. Write down that expression. It's very useful. If you go out at night and you want to talk with the British people, you have to talk about this.
You will amaze them if you say, oh, I've broken the seal, I have to go to the toilet. It's a brilliant expression to break. And it's a very real problem if you're on the beer, if you're drinking beer, breaking the seal, it's a real issue. So it can also mean cerrar as well. So cerrar un acuerdo, a good way to remember it is...
Sí, sellar. Realmente, to seal es sellar. También puedes sellar un acuerdo, cerrar un acuerdo.
Exactly. So it rhymes in English, so it's easy to remember. To seal the deal. Yeah?
To seal the deal.
To seal the deal. So here they've said to seal the move. That's like the transfer, the signing. So Aubameyang to seal Barcelona move from Arsenal on free transfer. So no money. I think the only thing is that they have to pay his wages. They have to pay his salary.
Yes.
Or half of his salary, I think it is. Actually, if you go down...
Aubameyang got an arrangement with Arsenal in order to leave free.
Leave for free.
Yeah,
basically.
the Arsenal paid to Aubameyang for it, and now it's free, so he can't negotiate with the team he wants.
So he can negotiate with the team that he wants. Okay, yeah. So I think that's a very good move for Arteta because obviously,
yes, obviously, Aubameyang is very conflicted player, and Arsenal wasn't happy with him.
Yeah, that's it. You have a great word in Spanish, is it díscolo?
Díscolo, sí.
Díscolo. Like kind of troublesome, you could say.
Rebelde.
Rebel. He's a bit of a rebel. He's a bit troublesome. He's a
conflictivo.
bit problematic. Do you know that word díscolo in Greek, in griego, means difficult?
Difficult?
Yeah. If you say Elinika ina díscola, that means Greek is difficult.
Well, you can say difícil.
Difícil.
Es una persona difícil.
Es una persona difícil, yeah. But I wonder if there's a link between the Spanish díscolo and díscolo in Greek. Elinika ina díscola. Greek is difficult. Very interesting. So Aubameyang's a bit of a problematic player, a bit of a rebel, and Arteta has sent him off. He sealed a deal with Barcelona for to go there. Article number 3, very interesting one. It's going to go to Argentina for this one. Manchester City sign Julian Alvarez. Alvarez? Is that how it's pronounced?
Alvarez.
And this
the
Like
Spider.
a ganga. The Spider. Okay, I've got many questions here. One, why is he called the Spider? Does anybody know?
In Argentina, everybody has a nickname.
It's true.
That's true.
The Burrito
Y ya se han
Ortega.
quedado sin ellos.
Yeah, that's it.
Ahora empezamos con los superhéroes.
El Cholo Simeone.
Todos. All of them. La Pulga, Messi.
The Pulga.
All
yeah,
of them.
Flea.
Jefecito, Mascherano. All of them has a nickname.
It's amazing that they have that kind of culture of giving people nicknames. In Scotland, hardly anybody has a nickname. We just don't really do it. We have songs, cánticos. We have songs for players.
One day we'll have to talk about it.
Yeah, songs.
Songs.
Oh, so many good ones.
Yeah.
So many good ones. But this looks like a brilliant signing from Manchester City. I asked on Twitter the other day to have a lot of followers from Argentina what they thought about this. We'll get time for one, really. Mateus Aguirre says, River Plate is currently the best team in Argentina, and Alvarez is an excellent player. He won the Copa Libertadores, and he's only 22 years old, so he's a great promise. We can say that in English as well. He's a great promise, or you could say he's a very promising player. 22 years old, and it looks like they only paid 14 million for him.
Yeah.
Which is, how do you say ganga in English? Do you know? Ganga or Joyo?
I have in the point of my mouth,
On the tip of my tongue.
in the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it's a song by The Who, actually. You know The Who, the rock band, the English rock band, The Who. Bargain is what
A
we say.
bargain, yeah, bargain.
Yeah, Bargain. And
Bargain.
we say a bargain. So I think it's a bargain, like 22 years old. An interesting linguistic point. They signed him on a 5.5-year deal. Now, notice in English, if we are using time as an adjective,
Yes.
it goes before the noun, and it's with the guion with the hyphens. So
Yes.
you could say un viaje de 2 horas is a 2-hour journey.
Un jugador de 38 años a 38 years player.
Year-old
Player.
That's it.
And you
yeah.
can use it like an adjective, and you have to create the sentence like an adjective.
Exactly, like an
Like the
adjective.
adjective.
Exactly, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so a 2-hour journey, a 38-year-old player, striker, whatever, a 5.5-year deal, un contrato de 5
5 años y medio, because he's going to go on playing in River.
Yeah, so he's not going anywhere just now. I think he's in River for the next little while. So yeah, that's it. And very quickly, moving on to the last article, which is from The Guardian. January window suggests football is back on path that led to the Super League bid. So bid is like attempt, intento de construir.
Sí, intento de construir la Superliga.
Yeah, that's it. So we're back.
Bit es una oferta, ¿no?
It could be oferta as well. How do you say it? Is it abastar or like abasto or basto? I can't remember what how do you say that in like when you're in an auction?
Sí, una acción.
Subasta. That's it.
Subasta.
Subasta. That's it. Testing me here. A subasta is a bid as well, like bidding, we would say. But if you say a bid to do something, it's like an attempt to do something.
Sí, es algo así como entonces que la ventana el mercado de invierno, pues que sugiere que el fútbol vuelva al camino que ya lideró la Superliga de.
That's it. Yeah, an indication that we've gone back to the pre-pandemic levels of spending, that the money's gone crazy again. And it's quite a negative article. It's by a man called what's his name? Barney Roney, I think that's how you pronounce
because
his name.
the subtitles say spending returning the pre-pandemic levels, but that's not a cause for optimistic, with salaries increasingly unsustainable.
Unsustainable, yeah, exactly. So salaries are. Arsene Wenger, I saw an interview with him. He was saying that salaries account for about 70% of the costs for a club now. So that is pretty unsustainable. And if you look at the Premier League, the money that the players are earning is ridiculous. And also, you combine that with the fact that the tickets are really expensive to go in. Who's football for nowadays? You know,
exactly.
And it's an incredibly difficult thing. I think a lot of these Super League clubs really didn't understand these problems. I recommend reading that article in The Guardian. If you're on Twitch, you can see it. Barney Roney is the name of the journalist. Really interesting read and a little bit depressing, I'm not going to lie. It's quite depressing, but that is the way that it is. Very good. Interesting press review there. Lots of good vocabulary, lots of good talking points. We don't have too much time left, so it's time to finish the programme, as always, by giving you the clues for next week's Mystery Player.
Mystery Player.
Okay, last few minutes. Ruben, clue number 1, please.
He played in Spain, Germany, Mexico, and the USA.
Very good. I didn't know that he played in Mexico, this guy.
It's very common in this year to go to Mexico.
These years, this kind of time to go to Mexico. Yeah, Guardiola ended up in Mexico as well.
Mexico, Butragueño.
That's it. It's not Guardiola or Butragueño.
No.
It's somebody else. Clue number 2. He was injured, fue lesionado. He was injured by Goicoechea. That could be anybody.
Yeah.
That could be me. I think Goicoechea injured me once. He was injured by Goicoechea. I think it was a knee injury. I seem to remember a really bad knee injury. Really, really hurt him. So he was injured by Goicoechea. Take your pick. One of the many people injured by the butcher of Bilbao, el carnicero de Bilbao. That was it.
Lesionó a todos los jugadores de aquellos años y a los de sus vecinos de piso.
And his family, everybody, absolutely everybody. Very good. Number 3, Ruben.
He never played in a World Cup.
Very good. He never played in a World Cup. One of the best players ever to never played at a World Cup.
Especially because he was a bit difficult.
Yeah, difficult. Yeah, problematic player.
Discolo.
Yeah, he's still been a bit difficult. I saw him last year talking about politics and stuff like that. He can't avoid controversy, this guy. Very difficult guy, but a very good player. Never played in a World Cup. Clue number 4. He has managed in Spain, Germany, Ukraine, Turkey, and China. So, bit of a journeyman as a manager.
Journey coachman.
A journey coachman. Don't know what we would say. Yeah, journeyman manager, maybe we would say. Very good. And clue number 5, Ruben.
He won the Spanish Copa del Rey with 3 different teams.
That's it. So he's like the...
That's not easy.
Not easy. Not easy. He's like the Clarence Seedorf of the Copa del Rey. He's won it with 3.
And being very
teams.
Important.
Yeah. Like all in top teams, you know. So yeah, very, very good career in Spain. Obviously, as a manager, he's been in quite a few different countries, but very, very popular player. Very difficult player.
Very popular pundit now.
Very popular pundit now as well. Just a really interesting character in football. I want to see more of this guy, definitely. Okay, well, if you think you know the answer, write to us on Twitter. It's speak_football_. Those of you who have asked me some questions in the Twitch stream, we're going to try to answer you. I'll try my best to answer you later on today. If you're joining us on the radio, thank you very much. Stick around with us here for La Hora Extra with Richard Wilgan, which starts in a few minutes. Thank you for joining us, as always, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.